Hello and welcome to this edition of Dirt Talk Drake York, and I have with me two-time Silver Dollar Speedway track champion and producer of the show, Jason York, also my dad. Thanks for being here. All I had to do was say, "Hey Dad, help us start the show."
Okay, so Drake, we're flipping the script on you tonight, and we're going to interview you.
No thanks.
So
no thanks.
I'm Jason York. I am the producer of the show.
But
and this show is being brought to you by Mom and Dad, because we keep you alive. Okay, so my guest on the show today, none other than Dirt Talk host Drake York. He is a 12-year-old aspiring announcer, and we're going to talk to him and see if he's any good at answering questions.
This is my show. See how it says Drake? Not Jason.
But it says our house, so we're in charge. Okay, so first question, Drake. How were you introduced to racing, or how old were you when you got introduced to racing?
This is my show, so I could ask you the questions.
Okay, well, if you want your show to keep going on, you have to answer these questions. So let's talk about you. When were you introduced to racing?
Well, 6 days old. And I don't know, you just kind of talked me into it, I guess.
Well,
I still like it.
You were going to races before you even came out, so you don't really realize that. But so yes, Drake was 6 days old, went to Hanford for a Golden State race, his first race. And he did not ride in the truck, he rode in Mom's car with Aunt Shannon. So with that being said, what's your first memory at the track?
Probably Paris. Just like sitting in the grandstands or in the pits, but it's kind of like one of those things where you like take you take a video on your phone, and it's like, and you realize, oh geez, I'm recording, turn it off.
Oh, so you're around 2 when you remember being at the races?
Probably.
At Paris. What about
can I start?
No. What's your best memory of being at the track in your 12 years of going to the races?
Probably you winning, I must say.
Well, that's a good memory.
Or seeing Sean Becker win all those titles.
Me winning, not Sean Becker.
Well, Sean's nice. Sean's nice.
No, it's a good one too. So, all right. So let's talk about racing now. What is your favorite race of the year?
Can I start now, please?
No. What is your favorite race of the year?
Pretty please.
You don't want to get grounded on camera, do you?
24. No, thank you.
And this is episode 24, by the way. I forgot to.
Actually, it's 25. We're gonna actually no.
Yeah.
This makes it 25 for Dad.
Yeah.
Like you wanted.
Yeah.
So let's get into this now. What favorite race of the year?
Probably the Vermeil race. I do like that race a lot. Gold Cup, no question. Looking forward to showcase this year at Cycleland.
So which one is your favorite and why? If you had to pick one, which would it be?
Well, I don't get to go to too many different tracks often. I usually just go to Silver Dollar and Cycleland. So I do like going to Calistoga, but if I had to pick one, probably Gold Cup.
Okay. What about wing versus non-wing? What do you prefer?
I kind of do like how they sling it in sideways, non-wing. Wing, but I grew up around wing racing a little bit more, so I like that a little bit better.
Okay. How about your favorite car design? Of any car. It doesn't have to be mine or any car you've seen. What's your favorite design?
That's a tough one. I really liked that NAFA car you had, the blue and yellow one. If anyone else, do you remember that Pit Stop USA car Andy had, the 1X?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that car. I do like that one.
How about favorite track?
Gotta say Silver Dollar. But whenever I get to go to a different track other than Silver Dollar or Cycling, I usually choose Calistoga, just because it's pretty nice up there and big, fast track.
Okay. How about any racing rituals, superstitions, or do you have anything you do before you announce?
Well, not before I announce. I just sit up there and wait for open cars to get off the track. No, not really. Post-race, I do what you do, is eat hot dogs.
And drink beer then? You drink beer after the race?
I wish I could drink soda. Can I start, please?
No. How many races do you think you attend a year?
Hmm.
Have you ever added them up, or?
I was thinking about doing that this year, but just didn't get around to it. I don't know. If I gotta guess, I went to every single race at Silver Dollar but one. And then I missed one race at Cycleland. So if you add them up, I don't know, it's 40-something.
Okay. How about your racing? So let's talk about your racing. When did you start racing? How old were you? And
I was 5.
what kind of car did you start in?
It was at Surprisingly Pavement
Yeah?
road course. That's where I kind of liked.
And where was that at?
It was at the Reading Kart Club, I think it was called.
Shasta Kart
yeah.
Club? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where, if anyone that knows me pretty well, that I really like road racing, mainly stock car road racing. Not like NASCAR road racing. I don't watch any other kind of road racing, but that's kind of where I got to learn to like it.
And then what did you do after that? What did you progress into?
Well, I slid off the final corner in the runoff area every time, so you told me to get a dirt car, and then I couldn't sling it because it would cut all my momentum off. But
and so what was that? Box stocks?
Yeah, it was beginner box
And
stock.
what was your best season in box stocks?
Probably my the second one. I ran second to Landon Brooks. First couple of races, and then I finished like 4th in points.
Oh, in Red Bluff?
Your dog.
Get out. Go.
So now can I start?
No. Okay.
I'll mow your lawn if you let me.
How did Dirt Talk start? Tell us a story about that.
Well, me and you were talking. I was doing a story on you. I think it was for that quarter midget that I wrote that story.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing that, and then we just started talking. You were like, because I had been thinking about it for a while, but I was ready to start peeling it to you, but you were like, why don't we start a show? I'm like, okay, and we just started writing stuff down, trying to get sponsor money, and then I guess we're here where we are.
Where do you want it to go, like your career with announcing?
NASCAR mostly. If I can make it to a touring sprint car series, I'd also be pretty satisfied with that too. Like, I don't know, maybe All Stars or something like that, or maybe Outlaws. But if I can't make it to NASCAR, that's where I'd like to end up.
A touring, like dirt series or something like that?
Sprint car dirt touring series.
All right. How much prep or work time do you put into Dirt Talk?
About a day or so. David Gillen was 12 minutes with running the car and back, because that was a pop-up one. But
how much time does your parents put into it?
a lot, pretty much. I don't know, a couple hours.
Yeah, I wish it was a couple of hours.
It really doesn't take that long. Just let me tell you that.
When you're 12, a couple hours is 2 or 3 days, so that's.
It's not really.
Yeah, you don't really see all the extra stuff we do, but that's all right.
Yeah. Can I start?
No. What is your dream job? You already kind of talked about that, work for NASCAR or a touring series. How many tracks have you announced at?
Oh, let's see. Definitely cycling. I do full-time there for box and beginner. Silver Dollar, I've done there a couple times. Hoping to do something at Calistoga this year. I've done it in the past with Troy and Bobby and the Hunt family, and they've been pretty nice for me to just do a little something there. Then I just announced at Marysville for your qualifying lap. And I did Paris too, but for about 30 seconds. But it was nice enough they were nice enough to let me say, like, it's only 30 minutes left until the driver signing ends.
So talking about Paris and who's helped you, obviously Scott DeLazio and Chris Holt, you worked with them down at Paris.
Yeah, No, you go.
Oh, no, and who else have you worked with?
I've worked with Troy Henning, nice guy. Also, I usually work with Elijah Jones at Cycleland. And then, if I do something at Calistoga, I'll work with Troy and Bobby. And Scott DeLazio and Chris Holt, you said too. So that's pretty much all the people I've worked with.
Yeah, okay. How about normal kid things? What do you do that normal kids do?
Well, this is actually not normal kids, but I collect die-casts and play with them. You know that. In my room, you can probably hear them from at least across the street.
So you announce?
Yeah. That's actually, if it weren't if it weren't for die-cast cars, I probably wouldn't have done this. I probably wouldn't have gone as far as I contribute to money from the parents for letting me buy die-cast cars, so I can do the stuff. So yeah, and then I just do the regular stuff, you know, watch TV, play. I don't play a lot of video games, but when I do, I play for at least an hour.
And he plays NASCAR, and no one can beat him in the house. And me and him can't race together because we get in fights. Because all he does is wreck.
No, that's not
what
true.
He does. All right,
he gets tight.
So, can
bottom.
you do any impersonations of announcers?
No.
Yeah, come on. There's one announcer he can impersonate.
There's only one, but I'm not going to do it.
Can you do it?
There's actually two I can do, but
What do you do with it? He says new track record, or what do you say? The Donnie shots and the, you know, can you do one of those?
I would, but I'm not going to do it on camera.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
I can do a little bit of Ralph Sheehan and a little bit of Johnny Gibson.
Let's hear just a little bit of Johnny Gibson.
How about you do it?
I don't know how to do it, like new track record.
He doesn't say that because that never happens.
How does he say it?
I don't know.
He says it on the video game all the time. Come on, you can do it.
All he says on the video game, so no, I already know the one underway. There, are you happy?
He could have said it louder, but...
Whatever.
Okay, so what about music? Do you like music? What kind of music do you like?
Well, Troy Henning kind of put this a little bit in me. He played... When he used to play a lot of music at Silver Dollar, it was pretty much old junk.
Yeah.
So I listen to that. So I'm the only kid in junior high that listen. Well, I know a couple other guys that do, but I'm pretty much one of the very few people that still listens to what they call the old people channel now, with all the old rock and roll stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hippo.
How about your pets? What do you have for pets? Well, we kind of saw his pets just a minute ago. They came in.
Oh, it's your big black Doberman.
Okay,
and,
so
my Chihuahua.
yeah, so now we're gonna have a fan zone question from Dane. Dane, what is the fan zone question today?
You're supposed to say it.
Oh, it's from Dane. He wrote it. Sorry, you can see why Drake does this and not me. Who would you like to?
Can I start?
This fan zone question is from Dane York. And it is, who would you like to interview but haven't yet?
Please stop so I can start.
Who would you like to interview but haven't yet is our last question.
Definitely Kyle Larson. I would love to have him on the show. I'm not sure if we're going to do anything with showcasing him quite yet. It's going to be pretty busy down there, so we're not 100% sure. But I did see that Michigan win, and that was pretty sweet. Even though I only watched the final 10 laps because we had somewhere to be. But that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm saving up to buy the die-cast and the T-shirt already.
All right, that's going to be our show for today. Drake, thank you for being on Dirt Talk with
Now
Drake
can I
York.
start?